Hello and welcome. This is AlchemistExe, and today I wanted to talk a bit about Star Rail. Take a quick break from Tagatame while we wait for a couple of days for the reset. It's mostly just going to be Lindrake's Yukata as far as I know. But meanwhile on Star Rail, we are on the eve of Kafka's banner, and Blade's banner is going to be coming to a close. And as you can see, I have him in my party. This was not something that I planned for. It was just something that happened because I was chasing Eidolons for Sushang. I figured a small amount of pulls would be worthwhile just because she is my only real physical character that can do any damage. And then as a result, I ended up getting a surprise early pull from Blade, which is definitely the most game-changing thing that happened on my account. Mostly because he's my first destruction character. He's actually my third win character, but nobody really does what he does in terms of my account, mostly because I don't have somebody like Clara, and because I went for Locha, the synergy there has definitely been very, very good. I really like him overall because I think that he's very, very strong, but not so strong and not so specifically that that anybody should get him. Like, you should be able to skip him just fine, whether that's because you're saving your Selector for Clara or because you're planning on getting Dan Heng and Bibitor Lune in the future, like after the Kafka banner is going to be him. So you could safely skip him if you're not interested, but if you wanted to get him, then you get a really strong unit out of it, who is, at least from my perspective, I find him to be the most surprising out of all the limited units thus far. Like, Zila is like single target damage / pseudo AoE because of her extra turns. Qingque's like a heavy AoE damage dealer. Silver Wolf, ultimate debuffer. Locha, ultimate healer. It's kind of, they indicated that this is what the characters are going to do, and then we saw them in practice, and everything just kind of matched up to expectations. But my expectations for Blade were that he was going to be a lot more needy, like in terms of skill points or in terms of team members. But he is way more flexible than I was expecting, with the only real condition being that he is not going to benefit from attack buffers like Yukong and Asta as much as characters who scale primarily off of attack, because the majority of his scaling is on HP. But other than that, pretty much anything goes. If you got a team that's not that skill point hungry, or if they were already pretty close to neutral or at neutral, then you could put him in and be almost perfectly fine. Like, one skill point every 4 turns is pretty great. Definitely frees you up. So as far as my plans go, they haven't really changed, because this wasn't a guarantee. I wouldn't have risked it if I'd had a guarantee, but because it was just raw 50-50, ended up happening. I'm still going to do 1 5-star worth on Kafka's banner, so that'll probably be its own video. And then after that, I'm definitely going for the Imbibitor Lune. And then after that, who knows? I haven't really thought that far ahead. I'm going to guess I'm going to be too drained for Fushuan. And then just, after that, don't even know who's coming out. I'm assuming Jinglu's probably going to be out sometime in the future, but I don't know enough about what she does to even really think about that yet. So aside from that, I did want to talk about the Selector for a little bit, because that is something that I'm about halfway there, a little bit more than half. I'm guessing most people, assuming that you haven't spent any Stellar Jades on the standard warp, which I definitely don't recommend doing. I think just always go limited as far as your resources go, because you'll get enough regular tickets just from playing the game. So where I'm at for that is definitely Bronya. One because Bronya has really good synergy with Blade. I assume she'll have good synergy with Imbibitor Lune, and anybody who basically does damage and crits is going to benefit from that. But also, I pulled her Light Cone from the standard warp as my most recent 5-star for that. So basically, unless I lose a 50-50 or get another pull from the standard banner, it's going to be Bronya time. So yeah, if you are summoning on Blade last minute, I wish you good luck. And if you're summoning on Kafka's banner as soon as that comes out, I also wish you good luck. And with that, I will see you all next time.